guys, welcome to my channel over here. My name is Dawn, where we do all things beauty, and today we have a new brand that was released a few months ago called Polite Society, which is the founders of Too Faced. Too Faced, they sold that brand and they started their own brand, Polite Society. So they don't have a lot of stuff out. However, I did pick up 3 things. I picked up their foundation, their plumping gloss, and their mascara. They have a few others like a face palette with bronzers, blushes, that type of stuff. And then they do have an eyeshadow palette, but those didn't really speak to me. So we have these 3 products to try out from the brand. And I'm very curious about the plumping gloss, being the fact they are Too Faced's first original founders, and their plumping glosses are a burning sensation. So I'm going to expect that. We shall see, but I'm like probably about 98% sure it's gonna burn like the typical Too Faced plumping products. So anything that is not this brand, I will do off camera, but I'll also let you guys know what I use. I'm gonna keep it high end and we're gonna keep it simple with the eyes. I'm just gonna throw some bronzer in the eyes, the same bronzer I'm gonna use on my face. And then we'll use their mascara. I'll go in with a little bit of shimmer on the lid for my eyes, but other than that, we're keeping that all simple. The mascara, or not the mascara, the concealer will be a little hard to do off camera since we have a foundation. So I'll probably do that on camera, but speed up the process. All right, guys, so please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps get my videos out there for others to see. It helps my channel out, and make sure you smash that subscribe button, become a part of my YouTube family, and make sure the bell notification's on so you're notified of all my uploads. And let's dive in to Polite Society products. Okay, so for eyes, real quickly, on the eyes, I used my Lawn Wear Cream Shadow Stick and from Bobbi Brown and Golden Pink for the shimmer on the lid. And then I used, just in the crease, the bronzer and our Jellyfish Hourglass palette. And this is what we will use on the face as well. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the mascara, then we'll go in with foundation. I will go offline. I will do this and the concealer. I kind of spaced in the intro of this that we have this as well that's off camera. So I'll go ahead and not speed up the concealer portion and do all that off camera. Then we'll come back on. I'll put a lip liner on off camera, but let you guys know again what that was. And then we're gonna go in with the plumping gloss. So to start, here is the packaging. It is called The Greatest Lashes of All Time, and you can get it in a travel size, which is what I went ahead and did. Anytime I can get travel size, I do that with a new brand or a new product just to test out to see if I like it or not, because for one, mascaras don't last very long, usually 6 months. So I prefer to get the smaller one just in case it's not one that works for me, or just honestly one that I don't like. So the smaller size, which is the one I got, retails for 15, full size is 27. Here's this inner packaging, super, super cute. And here's what the wand looks like. It's a rubber wand, which I tend to like. And I like the size of this. I don't like the big, like Christmas tree fluffy wands, but I don't like them too small either. So this is like perfect. And the bristles are very short. So it looks like a wand. I will like, sometimes though the rubber wands, if you're not careful, they can definitely poke your eye. And it's supposed to give volume, length, lift, and curl. It's supposed to not weigh your lashes down, and no clumping. So we shall see, because I definitely have an issue with weighing down. If you can't see, we'll show this. My outer lashes don't tend to go up. Even when I curl them, they always kind of weigh themselves down. I have been playing around with some fake lashes that you guys will be seeing in the speed reviews at some point. I figured by now I would have tried them out longer, but I haven't. So I don't want to give you guys my final thoughts in that speed reviews until I gather my final thoughts. So here is one coat. I typically only go in with one coat. I don't like to put too much on my lashes. I typically don't personally need more than one. It's definitely not very clumpy. I will say it dries really fast. I do like the wand. It's quite nice. This outer lash is having a hard time sticking up, but again, that happens with my lashes, so I don't fault the mascara. But there's one coat with and then without anything. So it's definitely one that I feel like it's giving me some volume. It's definitely giving me some length. We'll see if it smudges or clumps up. It hasn't clumped so far, and we will see how lawn wearing it really is, because it says lawn wearing. It's giving definitely more lift, I feel like, than volume, which is honestly something, like I said, my lashes need. Even a good lifting mascara, sometimes those outer lashes don't like to lift much. They aren't necessarily clumping together, but they are sticking together on this side, which honestly does happen with this side quite often as well. So there is one coat for both, and we will just see. I don't feel like it's weighing it down either, so I feel like the claims so far are true to what they say they are. All right, so here is the foundation, the outer packaging. I have mine in very light neutral, and it is called More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation. Retails for $42. It's a skincare makeup hybrid. Here's the inner packaging. I think it's so cute. Looks like an egg. It's really adorable. I'm really digging their packaging for this brand. Promotes healthy skin, long wearing, medium to full coverage. I did swatch it, and I feel like for being very light, right? It was just very light 01. Yeah, very light in. So for being a light neutral, it looks like it's got quite a bit of yellow undertone. So we shall see. Sometimes, you know, you swatch a foundation or you get it on your face and it's going to look like it's not the right shade, whether too dark, too light, undertone may not be correct. But once you get it blended into your skin, it sometimes works pretty well. And as always, we're going to do one side with a brush, one with a sponge, and then I always go back over with a sponge just to press it all in. And then we shook it up because it sounds really liquid. We got it off and that was quite embarrassing. You literally just pull it off. But here's what it looks like here. And let's look at how much we have. 30 milliliters, 1 fluid ounce, which is typical. And on the back here, it says vegan HA hyaluronic acid, which helps plumping, kindness, niacinamide aids in minimizing pores, honesty, willow bark aids in brightening. It has no parabens, is cruelty-free, no mineral oils, D5 free, alcohol except cocktails, and no trolls. So much more than just a foundation. The skin care meets makeup hybrid was created user-only, vegan, non-toxic, and good-for-you ingredients that help support healthy skin function. Next generation lawn-wearing weightless pigments mimic real skin to quickly and completely cover, correct, and treat skin for comfortable perfection. Again, super cute packaging. I'm really enjoying their packaging for this brand. I was definitely very curious. So here's what it looks like. It's very, very thin, which I kind of expected because it said it's a skincare hybrid. So I kind of expected it to be thin. So I always put it on my face like this, no matter if I'm using a sponge or a brush. I always like to kind of smear it around. And we're going to start with just one side so you guys can see what it looks like with or without. And we're going to use the brush. We're going to use this Anissa Beauty brush here. And let's just blend it in and see. We can always go down the neck. I also have white pigment that if a foundation is a little too off color, dark wise, I can always go in with my white pigment. I don't have to use it too often, but I also like to bring it down my neck if it's a little off. And it actually doesn't look too off once it's blended in, and it's blending in really nicely with this brush. This brush is a really good brush. It doesn't leave streaks or anything, but again, I just like to make sure it's pressed into my skin, so I always go in with a sponge afterwards, even if I use a brush. And it's supposed to be medium to full coverage. I used about half a pump, and the pumps are pretty decent size. I wouldn't say half a pump is a small one, and I would definitely say medium. That gave us a good medium coverage. So if you use a full pump, you would get full coverage. And here's what it looks like with it on our face and without, with the brush. And I really think it's really pretty. It's given this healthy skin glow, which I like. I like a more healthy glow to my skin with my complexion products. I don't necessarily like it to look greasy or oily, but I like that beautiful glow. And again, as you can see while I'm putting it on, it definitely looks like it would have quite a bit of a yellow undertone, but it really isn't. Once it got blended into my skin, now we're gonna go in with our sponge, it looks really good. Like it blends in to your natural skin really well. So I'm impressed so far. Make sure you check the description box because I always leave down there for you guys how it wore throughout the day. It's supposed to be lawn wearing. We will see because of how thin it is. A lot of times a thin foundation like this does wear off, especially if it's got the skincare ingredients. After a while, usually on my skin that is, it usually will last anywhere between 4 to 5 hours before it starts to wear off. So far, it's just looking really, really good on the skin. Really healthy. It's blending really easily. It's not settling into any fine lines, nothing like that. So I'm definitely impressed, but we're gonna bring it down the neck because it doesn't match completely. I feel like it's still tad dark for my neck, but we make it work over here. And honestly, the other shades would have been too dark. I teetered between a few shades. Okay, now I'm just gonna go over on this side to make sure it's all pressed into the skin, but it looks really good. And then we're just gonna do a little less than half a pump on the forehead. And this is a good test when it comes to my skin with a foundation, or I guess any complexion product, even if it's just a skin tint, how it wears on my lines on my forehead. I'm a very expressive person, so I have very deep lines on my forehead. Luckily, I have discovered an amazing retinol that you guys will see in my speed reviews for October. And that's definitely helped deepen and minimize those lines. Like, it's softened them up quite a bit, but it's always a true test to me personally is if they settle into those lines. And you would be surprised, some skin tints do, even though they're very light coverage. Some skin caring hybrid makeup foundations like this one do settle into those lines. But it's got this beautiful healthy glow to it, and I'm very, very much impressed with it. So there you guys have it. I definitely think you get a little bit more coverage with the brush. I would feel like we're on the lighter side of medium on this side, and on this side with the brush we have more of a higher medium side, but it looks really good. It's not streaky, it's not settling into anything. It just went over my face very well. It's very smooth on those lines up there so far. So far so good. I have liked everything so far. Okay, now we're gonna go off camera and I'm gonna put everything else on that is not new, and then we'll come back on and try the plumping gloss, and then I will go ahead and give my final first impression thoughts and let you know what I thought of the thing so far and what my favorite product was. So we'll be right back. Okay, off camera for concealer, we used the Tower 28. Make sure, like I said, you have the bell notification on because we have a speed reviews coming up for October, and this is in it, along with the Makeup by Mario concealer and the House Labs. And then for the face, we went in with the Hourglass Jellyfish. Again, this will be in the speed reviews for October, but I used the bronzer, like I said, in the eye, in the crease of the eye. I used this blush, and then we used this highlighter, and I went ahead and set the concealer with this. And I did go ahead and set the outer portion just a little with this finishing powder, just so the powder doesn't stick to the face. And I'm telling you, this is a beautiful palette, but you'll see my review in that speed reviews for October. I don't like to set my face when I'm trying a new foundation or use a powder, a setting spray, anything that will help with a primer, none of that stuff. So we didn't set the face other than the outer portion, just so it didn't skip and stick to the face. However, I do think it being a skin caring foundation, having the skincare benefits and everything in it, it's not sticky very much at all. Like, it dries down, and I do enjoy that. So far I am enjoying that mascara. It's not clumping, it's not doing much of anything. It is weighing the lashes down a little, as I'm sure you can see. However, a lot of mascaras do that with my lashes, but I do like how it gave some length and some lift. All right, so foundation is nice. Now we're gonna go in with the plumping gloss, and I put the Rare Beauty Kind Words lip liner and Humble on the lips. And here we go. I'm a little nervous. All right, and this says that it's got blueberry oil, which aids in hydrating, infinity pepper, which is the plumping. It's got ginger root oil for volumizing. And here's the outer packaging. So it looks almost like the mascara. Again, super cute. And I have this one in, does it have a shade? Oh, it has to have a shade, but I don't see a shade on it. It might just be the clear shade. I'll check, and I will leave shades for everything down below as well. Quite nervous here. Okay, so although it looks like it's got some color, here's what the applicator looks like. So it's a little curved and bended. Here we go. Like I said, if you know Too Faced plumping products, you know how much this is going to burn. if it's anything like it. It smells like it's gonna burn. Okay, let's go in. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little bit clear, so I think doing a lip liner would be very wise. Or you can go in with just this. Oh yeah, it's already starting to burn. But I think a lip liner would go a long ways with this, as long as you're getting the clear one. And I can't remember, they might just be the clear one. I can't remember if they have colored ones or not. Okay. So here's what it looks like. I really like it. We'll see as we talk through my thoughts, how, and I'll read you the information on that, how much it burns and plumps. But Too Faced, their plumping products plump for sure. So we'll see if it's anything like it, but it's very nice and glossy. I really like that. It smoothed the lip lines. Oh, it's starting to burn some more. Okay. So this is called the Big Mouth Lip Plumping Oral Gloss. So it's a plumping oil / gloss, which it feels like an oil. It's very thin, like a lip oil. And it's all glossy like a gloss. And you can either get the smaller size, which is 15, or the bigger size, which is 27. I got the smaller size. Again, I like to go for a more smaller size when I'm trying something new, if I can. It's supposed to plump instantly and as you use it over time, and it's supposed to be hydrating. I don't see much of a plump so far, but the burning is there. I can see a little bit, my lower lip is definitely plumping up a little. So we're gonna go ahead and let that set while we talk things over real quick. So the foundation, I feel like so far the claims are true to it. Obviously I've got to wear it more. I definitely think you can get it up to full coverage. I am just someone who personally likes more of a lighter coverage unless there's a special event I'm going to or something with the family. I'll go more for full coverage. Love the packaging of all three of these. Super cute. Like I said, Polite Society is the founders of Too Faced, but this is their new brand. They sold Too Faced and now they came out with Polite Society, so they don't have a lot of stuff out. The face palette just didn't really speak to me. I felt like it wasn't inclusive. Like the shades for the blush and bronzer isn't going to work for everybody. And then their eyeshadow palette just wasn't something that I thought I would enjoy. But these three products definitely was. And Boar is the burn coming on, and I can see it's plumping more. It's not too bad. The burn isn't too bad. I expected it to maybe be a little bit more, but you can definitely feel it. It's definitely burning, but it's also doing its job with the plumping. So that's nice. I hope you guys can see on camera. But this I'm really enjoying. So again, I'll have to wear it more. Make sure you check the description box for the wear. I'll let you know how long it wears throughout the day. I like I said, not to use any helping properties on the first day that I try things, just so we can see how they wear. But so far it looks really good. It's really just healthy and natural looking. I like it. And the shade definitely, once you got blended in, worked well. The mascara is definitely not bad. I have to spend more time with the mascara to say if I like it. Okay, the burn is more. Okay. Now it feels like the Too Faced burn, which is nice. It's slowly working its way up to that familiar Too Faced burn compared to right off the bat. I'd rather work it up personally, and my lips are very plumped now. So it's doing its job. But I do like this. I'll have to play around with it more. So far it hasn't clumped, it hasn't smudged, nothing like that. So we'll see how it wears throughout the day. And then of course the gloss. It's definitely burning. I've said that a million times. And it's definitely plumping. It says it instantly and over time, so I guess we'll see. It's definitely not one because of how much it burns I would reach for on a daily basis. But if I want to have some big lips, this is what I would reach for. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's definitely burning. I would say my favorite out of the three would be the foundation, and I love the packaging for all three, but this is just super cute. So this would be my favorite out of the three, and I'm excited to see what else they decide to come out with. All right, guys, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I love you, and I'll see you here very soon. Bye.